Okay, so before we go on, let's add a few little things to our Joomla actual install, the actual content of Joomla. So let's go back to here and then our administrator, and we're going to admin pass. Oops, that was wrong. And we're going to add a couple of menus. So let's go to menu manager. Now, although we've already got the main menu, we'll use that as a side one, but what we're going to do is add another menu, and we'll call it top menu, top menu. Just like that. And let's make sure we have one article published, which probably don't. So let's go here and publish one article, homepage, make it uncategorized, put some text, hello world, and that'll do. And from our main menu item, we'll just link to that. Actually, that's already by default the front page, so let's just make that article available on the front page. Okay, so we'll just make that available on the home page, and that will do. And we just want to go to the module manager and just see how those two menus have been will be displayed, I should say. So just here, menu style, we just want to make them both a list. So when we go to main menu, and they're both going to be lists, and you'll see why. We don't need to use the other ones yet, so we'll publish that one and make sure that that one is also a list. It is. Good. Okay, so let's just go back now to our index.php file, and instead of left, let's put in a menu. So we're just going to put in here, so we're just going to put in here jdoc include so in here we're just going to put jdoc include type equals modules name equals, and then the module name position left, and then just style equals, and we'll leave that blank, and we'll close that off like that. So let's just save that and just go back here for a minute and make sure that one of them, in fact they're both published to the left, so let's just move that to the top position. It's open, so here, and I'll explain why that's not there in the moment. It's all to do with the XML file, however, XML file I should say. However, Joomla 1.5 allows you to just simply type it in there as well. So I'm just going to put the position top and save that. So now we should just have the menu shown once here as the home, and this is the left being positioned. So again, nothing much flash. In fact, very, very boring here at the moment. And I just noticed something else we have to do with the footer. So let's do that right now. We just have to do a command called clear both. So we'll just do that now. So let's just go back to our template.css, find the footer, and we're just going to put in here clear both. What that's going to do is make sure that both the left to the right are cleared before it draws a new line. So we'll just save that and go back to here, and we should find now that the footer goes right away across and doesn't break for the left. So we're starting to get there. Let's put the main body in before we move over to the right. So let's go to our index.php, and where we've got main body, we'll put a carriage return first, so we've got a nice clear area. Okay, so we do JDoc include type equals component and close that off. Save that. Go back to our browser. So we'll refresh, and if we're lucky, we'll get some text there, and we haven't. So obviously we've done a bit of incorrect syntax there. What is it? Oh, I see. I haven't got space after that last statement there. Refresh that again, and we should get some text. There we go. So again, we've got a very simple menu. We've got the text going on here. We've got the right over here. So we're pretty much getting close to a template. I know it doesn't look like much at the moment, but pretty much that's what we're getting. If we notice, if we just go over to here and just create another menu item, for example, we will find, if we just do menu, and we'll put it to an external link, so that's a nice easy one to do, and we'll just put another link, and we'll just put a hash mark in there, which will make it work. Save that, and we'll notice when we refresh this that the next one appears automatically in here, and Joomla starts doing its own magic. We haven't had to create that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is continue on, and let's make a top menu. Let's also actually, why don't we put some type of an image in the header first. So we've already established the width of that header, and if we just go back to our template .css for a moment, and we should find, here we go, wrapper 960. So essentially that should be 960 wide. Those of you that have watched my videos before will remember that I also had a couple of little tools that I've used in web development before, which make my job a whole lot easier. Let's look at one of those now. So most of the time I work in Internet Explorer, but for this particular one we're going to have to get you have to use Firefox, because Firefox contains the tools that I want to use. I'm just going to drag a copy of Firefox over here onto this screen. So the main tools that I want to use are the color picker and also the measurement tool. Measurement tool is quite nice. So if we were to let's say we had a template and we didn't know the size, so let's just open that up again, localhost template tutorial, and let's say we wanted to measure this area here. Then what we can do is use the little measure it plugin. Just to remind you all again how you get these plugins. The three main ones that I use is Firebug, Measure It, and Color Picker. If you go to Tools and Add-ons, we should find that we'll find Colorzilla, sorry, not Color Picker, Colorzilla, that's the one, Firebug, and somewhere here, Measure It. So if you haven't already got those installed, you'd want to do that. We want to measure this space here. So we go and click on the icon. Kind of changes the color of the screen, makes it a little bit opaque, and then what I can do is just literally drag whilst holding my mouse down, and I can see that it's 960 wide as we knew it was, but it's just a good idea to measure it. And we can also get a visual indication, you know, if I want to make the header maybe that high, then we can now start to see that it's, say, about 125 pixels high, I think would be nice. So let's go with that 125 pixels high, so 960 by 125. So we can just turn that off now.